K-Sports. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Josh Hart.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Josh Hart. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Bridges in at the point. And for Los Angeles, LeBron James out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the center position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
6 to shoot. Pass to Robinson. Misses the layup. James outside. Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Bridges against Doncic. Towns outside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yes, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
And James gets it to go.
3 out of 3. Perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get for them.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run. And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
From deep, here's Doncic. Nails it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5 now.
Their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Bridges down low, guarded by Doncic, and the basket by Bridges.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
James, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Doncic. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
5 straight buckets to start the game. Off to a hot start.
Bridges passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And that's Mitchell Robinson's attitude. Anywhere around the rim, he's going to rock it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
The Lakers in the lead. Hayes, the pass to Reeves. And he dunks it down.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And Bridges, here we go. Towns, a screen on Doncic. Kicks it out, Towns. From the wing, James with the rebound.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Really solid in the catch-and-shoot game. Anunoby always ready to fire.
Reeves, the pass to James. Hayes for 3. Towns with a rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Whoo! Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Now here's Reeves. Coming off a 12-point game. And James gets it to go. James has got 6.
And LeBron's still a force inside. Size, athleticism, it's all still there.
Towns a screen on Doncic. And Bridges, here we go. Kicks it out, Towns. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, the attack can come from a lot of ways, either execution or by just getting on the bounce and driving it in, and that's where they've been very effective tonight.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got OG Anunoby. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Hart in at the 2 spot. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Anunoby. 23 points his last outing. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
Anunoby with great size. At his position, he's a wing that is not afraid of getting hit inside.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
To the paint. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Second team foul.
Here's Hart. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Kicks it out, Towns. Back to Anunoby. Clock is at 3. Towns a screen on Hachimura. Anunoby finds Towns. And the shot's good. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
It's easy money for Towns from 15 to 18 feet.
And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Towns. He had 25 points in his last game. Outside Hart. Towns a screen on James. Hart passes to Towns. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Anunoby. From behind the arc. Hits the 3-pointer. Anunoby's got 7 now in this quarter.
You got to contest Anunoby from outside because he's proven himself to be a legitimate threat from the 3-point line.
Knicks leading by 4. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Towns outside. Here's the 3. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of of a championship caliber team.
Now here's Anunoby. He's got 10. The shot by Towns, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Back to Robinson. Anunoby against Reeves. Shot clock at 5. Anunoby on the take. And that one is stuffed right through.
You can kind of feel the energy coming off of Anunoby right now. He's locked in and ready to continue his attack.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Chalk up 2 there.
And this is where Robinson will do damage. He's got the height, he's got the length, and when he's inside, he's going to capitalize.
On the wing, Hachimura. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. For 3, Bridges. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Connects checked in for the Lakers. 32 seconds left in the second. From deep, here's Doncic. Here's Connect. He's guarded by Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Towns outside. Robinson, a screen on James. Towns passes to Robinson. Out to Bridges. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. New York out in. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Out in Philadelphia, it'll be the 76ers against the Bucks. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off Eastern Time. And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Los Angeles Lakers. Appreciate you joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Gabe Vincent out there with Connect. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, yeah, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscle. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Achua can't hit.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And here's Connect outside. It's rebounded by New York.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul of the game. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Outside Achua. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Achua. Wide open look.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Knicks leading by 4. Outside Brunson. Pass to Tucker from downtown. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Tucker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Finney Smith passes to Vincent. Outside Finney Smith. Here's Vanderbilt. 5 on the clock. And the bucket is good.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Outside Tucker. Pass to Wright. There's the drive. An easy 2 on the layup.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And it's Beauchamp missing. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt. And it's New York with a rebound. Achua's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Tucker. Now here's Brunson. Back to Tucker. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Here's Beauchamp. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
And here's Finney Smith. And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achiuwa. That's his first foul of the game. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Connect outside. They grab their own miss.
And the defense simply wasn't there in the first half. They sure are now.
And it's the Knicks with the ball, leading by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Shot clock at 2. And that one's good for Brunson.
Brunson just knows how to manufacture points. Right now being assertive.
Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Connect. 4-3. It's hauled in by Jalen Brunson. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 7-point differential. Achiuwa with it over Connect. Achiuwa passes to Wright. Back to Achiuwa. Achiuwa with the dunk.
Doesn't get any easier for Achiuwa. Once he's got positioning he wants inside, he'll look to dunk everything.
Here's Vanderbilt. Outside Finney Smith. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Finney Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. New York out in front. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 1. Here's James. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Towns is screen on Doncic. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Anunoby against Hachimura. Here's Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Kicks it out Towns. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Towns on a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Now here's Doncic. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 9. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. To the inside. Towns with the ball. Now Doncic defending. Towns, that's good.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Vanderbilt's checked in for Reeves. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
It's just so great to see a big man busting up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move, wow, incredible. No, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Hart, driving to the basket. Can't cash it in from close range. Lakers trail by 11. Hayes with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Hayes, the pass to Doncic. Vanderbilt, a screen on Anunoby. And here's Doncic outside, and it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. James against Anunoby. Hart from long range knocks down the triple. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
It's James on the wing. Doncic, a screen on Towns. Here's James.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
For 3, Bridges. It's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. And there's James on the assist by Vanderbilt. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Outside Hart, 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Oh, misses the dunk. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 14. Such a wide open look.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Hachimura with the ball. Towns covering. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Knicks.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to take one game in this season series. It was an uphill climb.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for OG Anunoby.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Now here's Bridges. Anunoby, a screen on James. Here's Towns. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Now here's Bridges. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Robinson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Los Angeles ball.
So it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean,
Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Coral. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And it's the Lakers on the break. Reeves finds Doncic. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
It's good.
And the ever-growing confidence of Mobley inside, he knows these are shots he can make consistently.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
And that's Mitchell at his best, playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
A nice shot by Doncic.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Mitchell wide open. Another 3 for Cleveland.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here's Mitchell. He has 6. Doncic with the block.
How about the D from Doncic? These guys appreciate when he gives that kind of effort at the defensive end.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Off target from outside. Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Reeves the pass to LeBron. Puts up a deep 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Back to Allen. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Allen. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Doncic with the steal. A finish. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, for a young player, it's so good to see Doncic make an effort on both ends like we saw there.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. Without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game. You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size, and he's always...
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Just a little extra on that one. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
There's a screen. And James gets it to go.
His overall size and strength really sets James apart from the rest of his peers when you think about his skill set inside.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 8.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. No good on the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka with so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
Cavaliers leading. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mitchell going inside.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Doncic outside. High post shot. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 11 points for Luka Doncic.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Los Angeles Lakers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3 side.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Mobley, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you can see the strength right there. Mobley knows he can score through the contact.
He's in the post, defended by Allen. Pass to Doncic. Back to Vanderbilt. Doncic outside, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And here's Doncic from the arc. A second chance effort. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Hunter. Doncic against Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's James. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering them.
Clock at 6. Here's LeBron. Out to Doncic. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. And their Supreme Dreams very happy to be seeing the Lakers winning.
And he's a huge NBA fan, and he puts out some really funny basketball-related content as well.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Here's LeBron, and he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
With the drive. Reeves against Mitchell. Kicks it out to James. From range, LeBron is good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Allen, a screen on Doncic. Mitchell against Doncic. Allen, a screen on Doncic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
And Mobley throws it down.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Oh, trying for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. The Cavaliers trail by 3. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Allen, a screen on Doncic. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the second. James outside. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 1. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight,
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call the guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They're just letting scorers go by.
Olé! All right, fellas. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
We've got Connect. Alex Len out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Cavaliers leading. One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Garland played in with a nice touch off the glass. Garland's got the lead up to 3 now for the Cavs.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Goodwin feeling it out. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. Green finds Strus. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Hachimura. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now, here's a look at the last few months of assist numbers for Austin Reeves.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about. Entering the league as an older prospect at 23, Dalton Knecht is a very skilled offensive player. The question with him, can he add strength to his frame? Time will tell.
G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Goodwin kicks to Hachimura. Offline with his 3.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
It's Thompson off the drive. Pass to Strus. Back to Thompson. It's Strus on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Get ready to bang inside when you're playing Thompson.
And it goes down 2 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Garland dishes to Green. Thompson left side. And the basket is good. Thompson's got the lead back up to 5 now for Cleveland.
Yeah, this is where Thompson wants to do his scoring. Close in the paint.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Finney Smith with it. Garland picks him up. Pass to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
Garland left side. Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Good on the triple. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Darius Garland. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Strus finds Wade. Back to Strus. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Green. Pass to Garland. Back to Green. Lakers with the rebound.
and the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect them.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. Doncic against Mitchell. Allen, a screen on Doncic. Mitchell passes to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
You know, because Allen is so quick with his feet getting out of setting the screen, it makes him hard to guard in the pick and rolls.
Doncic kicks to LeBron. With 4 seconds on the clock, that one's not going to go. No good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Cleveland ahead, up by 4.
It's time.
Reach the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Lakers trail by 4. On the court for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the Coro, and it's Hunter in at the small forward.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Now Cleveland shooting extremely well, 62% on the night to this point. Mitchell passes to Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Allen kicks to Mitchell. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Reeves finds James to take the lead. Rebound by Mitchell.
You know, after connecting on 1 three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And Allen with the slam.
How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Doncic with a screen on Hunter. LeBron kicks to Hayes. Back to James. Puts it up from 7. And another basket for the Lakers.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
LeBron gathering speed.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
At the line for Los Angeles, LeBron James.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
A kick out to Mobley. Shot clock at 6. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
James finds Doncic. A three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Mobley outside. Hunter sets a screen for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Mitchell outside. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Allen. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Lakers trail by 7. LeBron passes to Hayes. There's the drive. Vanderbilt kicks to James. Out to Doncic. The three ball from Doncic.
That's why you give him the rock. Doncic deserves the ball because he can deliver in the clutch.
It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Fast break, the Lakers on up the court. And the dunk by LeBron.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
Mitchell against LeBron. Pass to Allen. Now, here's Okoro. Defense is right there. Hunter. Back to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Mitchell. Trifecta.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Doncic passes to James. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
James never lets up. He is absolutely fearless down the stretch.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Mobley the pass to Okoro. Back to Mobley. Into the lane.
They're relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Off on that one. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off.
Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Graham.
No question, BA. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Just 4 to shoot, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
New York ball.
And New York has possession. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Towns on a screen. Here's the teardrop. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here's Hunter from the arc. Towns with a rebound. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Now here's Towns. Three-pointer off the mark. We played just over a minute here in the first. Mobley passes to Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Anunoby. From deep, Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. The Cavs beat them last time when they met in Cleveland.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Now here's Mitchell, coming off a terrific game against New York. Here he goes, and Mitchell with the slam.
And we know Mitchell can get up and throw it down with the best of them, especially when he's attacking full speed.
Here's Bridges, and he banks in the layup.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Mobley. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Knicks ball.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Bridges passes to Towns. Back to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. And the Knicks, another 3.
Just so strong from deep. Bridges is great behind the arc.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I discussed with Coach the difficulties of guarding Donovan Mitchell. He jokingly responded, "You mean the guy who scored 71 points? It should be pretty easy." And he went on to say, "Donovan is one of the best scorers in the game. We have to be disciplined and guard him closely. This will be a big test for their defense." Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Bridges, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, BA, it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Mobley, no good. New York leading by 6. 1:51 left in the first. Outside Hart. Pass to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Anunoby's got 5 now.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
Last year, they had a very physical aspect of the game down. They were a very tough team to keep off the boards.
Mitchell against Anunoby. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Mobley. Hunter on the wing. Back to Mobley. Outside for Mitchell. The three is up. On target from range. Mitchell's got his second basket on the night.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Mitchell against Anunoby. Mobley, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Mitchell, and it's Cleveland with another.
Yeah, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
Towns on a screen. It's Bridges on the wing. Guarded by Okoro. Screen by Robinson. Three-pointer, Bridges. The rebound by Allen. Cavaliers trail by 5. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Beyond the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Hart. Back to Anunoby. 1 second left. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Allen with a screen on Hart. From deep, Mitchell. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
To the middle. Here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
Getting better at running these sets. Bridges capping things off with the perfect pass.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Stolen by Mitchell, and pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Throw it up there and let the throw go get Allen. This man is a height machine.
Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Hunter against Hart. Down low. Ball stolen. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And the Knicks with the possession here after the basket by Cleveland.
2 minutes.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jarrett Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
for New York. They've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Gets the 3 ball to go. Anunoby's got 10 points.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
Mitchell against Anunoby. The 3 ball. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Bridges with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
1:07 left to play in the first half. Up top, Bridges. Guarded by Okoro. Towns outside. 4 on the clock. Takes the 3, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. 52 seconds left in the first half. The 3 from Mitchell. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Robinson, a screen on Mitchell. And Anunoby for 3. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavs trailing. Outside Hunter. Allen outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Robinson. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for him. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
25. Fans, please direct your attention to...
The Bucks will face off against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern.
Gentlemen, I can't...
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
We need a department store intercom.
And that's it for halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
DeLon Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Achua. Then there's P.J. Tucker. And it's Beauchamp in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And the basket is good. Garland's got his second bucket on the night.
This man has a real crafty handle. Garland, I bet he surprises himself sometimes with his moves.
Now here's Brunson. High arcing shot. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Garland looking around. Pass to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. The Knicks with the rebound.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Stripped it away. Struce the pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brunson with the bucket. Brunson's got 8.
Ooh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 from the field. Okay.
Brunson against Garland. Banked it in off the glass. Garland's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Outside Brunson. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Garland going inside, and the layup is good off the glass. He's got 9.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Brunson against Green. Right outside. Tucker with a screen. Slam dunk by Tucker.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Garland. He's got 9. Oh, a special move before that shot. Garland's got 11 in the second half.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Brunson with it. Now Thompson defending. Right, pass to Brunson. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
Garland for 3. No good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Brunson finds Achua. Outside Brunson. Brunson rushes in, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Garland against Brunson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Been a scorer since entering into the league. Garland drawing lots of attention.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he makes the first. A new lineup here for New York. And he makes both free throws.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Bridges, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play for the Cavaliers. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Bridges.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of it.
Mitchell on the... Wow! Put that in the dunk contest!
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Bridges outside. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Knicks. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Anunoby, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Robinson with a steal. Towns passes to Hart. And there's a 3-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It will happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And here are the Cavaliers now. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pure from three-point range. Mitchell's got 7 points for the quarter.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
Towns on a screen. With some arc. Here's Robinson. Out to Bridges. Towns, right side. From deep. Buries it from 3.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think, he just acts.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Mitchell against Anunoby. Outside Mitchell. This one for 3. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. To the wing on the left. Towns down low. Check by Mitchell. Right side Hart. Here's Robinson. And that one comes up a bit short.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to Mitchell. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 12 points in just the second half.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Towns outside. And here's Hart. Towns, a screen on Hunter. Here's Hart. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Left side Mitchell. Mitchell at close range. Effortless.
Not many better late game right now than Donovan Mitchell.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Anunoby on the tape. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Oh, Mitchell taking no chances.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell, huge bucket. That man is fearless.
Pass to Towns. 55 seconds left in the game. Here's Robinson. Donovan Mitchell with a board.
Ooh, I rushed that one a little bit. Pretty clean look inside.
Drives. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that?
Bring it out the hammer.
Now that's how you finish. Oh, that motor on Mitchell just speeding right through his shot.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Now look, Mitchell has that rare combination of lightning and thunder. Like, he will blow by you quick, fast, and he will finish over your bid.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Just a gutsy performance. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.
Welcome, everyone. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Josh Hart.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. James is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Jackson Hayes. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the two-guard spot. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
James wide open. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, the rhythm and timing for LeBron James. No hesitation off the catch. You'd love to see it.
Here's Bridges. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game.
LeBron James leaves no doubt about that one. Punches it home as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. Now, LeBron always #1 on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Out to Bridges. Drills the three-pointer.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
Reed, that's a two-pointer. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. And there's the drive. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's working his way onto the interior. Mikal Bridges, very opportunistic.
Doncic kicks to LeBron. Doncic with a screen on Towns. They get a hand on it. Hart with it. Defended by Reed. Doncic against Bridges. And Anunoby now top of the key. Pass to Towns. Robinson down low. Working on Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Bridges passes to Robinson. Good work there as it goes. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Frank, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Here's Bridges. Following the basket by LeBron James. Bridges kicks to Towns.
2 minutes.
Hachimura grabs the miss.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
James, the pass to Doncic. Hachimura setting the pick for Doncic. Another shot. He takes it in. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Hayes, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Pass to Hachimura. In the corner, it's James. Doncic with a screen for LeBron. Anunoby sends it back. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Hart. No good. That would have tied it. The Lakers in the lead. Inside, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Here's LeBron. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. James has got 8 points.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Bridges kicks to Robinson. Towns a screen on Hachimura. Bridges inside. He's covered by Hachimura. And here's Reeves outside. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Josh Hart out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Robinson. And it's Towns in at the power forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. Goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? He told her, you're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
James. Pass to Hayes from deep three-point land. He doesn't hit that one. New York trailing, and now the Knicks on the break. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his second basket.
You gotta love his hustle, beating the defense, no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
James looking around. Hachimura setting the pick for LeBron. No good from outside. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Now, here's Anunoby. No scoring in this one.
First team foul.
Here's Bridges. The kick out to Towns. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been All-NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, that's a strong finish. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles.
The longer his career grows, the more you see Mikal Bridges put together these scoring outbursts.
Reeves outside. Out to Doncic. Cloak loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game last year, 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Towns, a screen on Hachimura. The kick out to Towns. Anunoby has the open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Anunoby's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. James.
Look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness. LeBron James, ever the showman with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now, here's Anunoby. 23 points his last outing. Outside, Towns. To the middle, 6 on the shot clock. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. It'll go, and the New York Blues cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Luka Doncic.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Bridges passes to Towns. Robinson with it. Anunoby outside. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punch in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
And now, not a bad time. And that about wraps it up.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Connect out there with Goodwin. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
And the Lakers with possession here. After New York gets the 3. Pass to connect. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Knicks leading by 5. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Lakers trail by 7. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. It's rebounded by New York. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Beauchamp. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to connect. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Vanderbilt kicks to Finney-Smith. Drills it from outside. Finney-Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
Now, here's Tucker. Beauchamp passes to Brunson. There it is! Brunson with the deep shot.
This guy won't give an inch. Brunson answers back with a three of his own. You've got to love it.
And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And that one's good. Right.
DeLon Wright proving that he is more than capable of finishing with contact. That is well done.
Basket counts. Finney-Smith's got his second basket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Brunson with it. Now defended by Goodwin. Back to Wright. Tucker a screen. And Wright kicks it to Tucker. A three-pointer is right on target. Tucker's got 6.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Vanderbilt. Rebounded by Tucker. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. In the corner, Wright with it. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Violation. That's a jump ball. Lakers foul.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Brunson against Doncic. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from James.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Outside for Robinson. From past the arc. And the Knicks miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. LeBron against Towns. LeBron slashes inside. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Traps in the tray. He's got 17.
This is what you call putting it all together on the offensive end. Go ahead, Mikal Bridges.
James sets the screen for Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bridges outside. Anunoby in the corner. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. And they pick up 2.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Bridges with a screen on Bridges. And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Towns. Mikal Bridges out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And Hayes throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Bridges. And the layup is good. Bridges got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
James cooking from deep.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Reeves left side. Doncic against Bridges. Luka Doncic.
How about the finish from Luka Doncic? My goodness, go ahead with the hammer.
Outside, Towns. Over Finney-Smith. Robinson finds Anunoby. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot, and finished off by Robinson.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
James. Doncic against Anunoby. The drive by James, and finished off by LeBron.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Towns, a screen on Reeves. 6 to shoot. Out to Bridges. Over Doncic.
Well, this is the kind of effort you want to see from Luka Doncic. We know how good he is offensively. Right there playing solid D.
Wants to get it to Reeves, and does. The Knicks leading by 6. Anunoby left side. For 3, Bridges. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here.
Onto the floor for the Lakers. Number 50.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. James, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
They double him with LeBron. Anunoby passes to Towns. Puts up a 3. And it's Anunoby. That time on the assist by Towns. Towns has got 3 assists tonight. Reeves into the lane. LeBron outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Anunoby. Down low. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Stolen by Reeves. Kicks it out to LeBron. Shoots over Towns. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from LeBron.
Oh, over the years, LeBron James just so dedicated to improving that jumper. That was sweet.
Towns finds
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for New York.
If they to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was really slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first two.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from Mikal Bridges.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Fires for three. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Knicks lead 69-58.
From the arc, off the mark. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Sports for a... All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for DeAndre Hunter.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Luka Doncic. He's out there with LeBron James. Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. And for the Cavaliers, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness. And then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly. And they've got both of those things.
Now here's Mitchell, 27 points his last game. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Allen. It's a three-point game. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls for him already. If he's not more careful, his minutes will be curtailed.
Here's Allen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
And, you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, B.A., and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
And the defense, they have to honor Mitchell as a scorer. And when they do, it just opens up the passing lanes.
Here's Doncic. It doesn't go for him.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And they're on the run. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Allen's got some old-school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
James, soft touch off the glass. James has got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Mitchell. With the teardrop. Second chance effort. Pass to Allen. Hey, from beyond the arc. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You know, for Allen, to me, guys, it's about getting into a rhythm. And once he does, he's got no problem catching and shooting.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked Coach what it's like facing LeBron now versus earlier in his career, and he quickly responded, not much. He's still extremely difficult to game plan for. Even at this stage of his career, he remains a dominant force. So limiting his production will be crucial for them in this matchup, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Knocks it loose and stolen by Mobley.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Okoro on the wing, guarded by Doncic. Okoro passes to Mobley. Yep, that one's good. Mobley's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, defending Mobley in the paint, you can harass him, but good luck stopping him.
This James on the wing. Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now here's Okoro. He scoreless. Here's Allen. And there are the Cavaliers with another bucket.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assists.
James against Hunter. It's James with the drive. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
Speedy drive by Doncic, that doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees them.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Hayes against Allen. Hunter passes to Allen. The kick to Hunter. Shot clock at 5. Lets a floater go. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met in Los Angeles.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
I couldn't agree with you more. They allowed some opposing reserves to get it going. You know the stars are going to get their point. But when you allow those second unit guys to get it going, that's when you're in trouble.
Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. From deep, Mobley. Up again. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one.
After the review, the ruling floor is overturned.
Beat the buzzer.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
Jared Allen getting it done for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Allen with a screen on James. Mitchell finds Mobley. Back to Mitchell. Oh, get up, Donovan. Wow.
Yeah, the former dunk contest champ, Donovan Mitchell, showing off his bounce.
Down low. Here's Doncic. Back to Hachimura. For 3. James passes to Doncic. Hits the trifecta. Doncic has got 5.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history.
BA, he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 73.
Oh, huge slam by LeBron.
Man, I like seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And it's, look out! Spider Mitchell putting on a show!
Oh, guys, I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Here's Hachimura. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, BA, and working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body, but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Mitchell misses.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open. He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Mobley, a screen on James. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And finished off by Hunter.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
Screen by James. Doncic with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Hunter against Hayes. Outside Mitchell. 1:56 left in the first half. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Here's Hunter. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And finished off by Hunter.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. To the middle. And Mobley throws it down.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at. Finding ways to get his guys good shots.
The rebound by Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland leading by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence. Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Nice finish from Luka. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on James. From deep, Mitchell gets the 3 to fall. Mitchell's got 9.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Doncic. There's the triple. He's rebounded by Okoro. Here's Mitchell. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that'll do it for the first half of play. The Cavaliers on top, up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You take a look at the Lakers. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Cavaliers.
Their effort on the offensive glass has...
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Dorian Finney-Smith. He's out there with Connect. Austin Reeves out there with Alex Len. And it's Goodwin in at the 1. From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves. What a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Outside Strus. And there's a pick. The three. It's another three for Cleveland.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
On the wing, Reeves. Green covering. The shot by Reeves, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Wade. They get it again. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Look, Tristan Thompson is a relentless glass eater on both ends, so you got to get a body on him.
Cleveland leading by 13. Strus finds Garland. Off target with the three.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Reeves. To the inside. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. In the third spot, Los Angeles.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
The Lakers making a switch here. Coloco's checked in.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Strus with a deep three. Here's Thompson with the second effort. Out to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
That's where Tristan Thompson is most comfortable, right around the rim, throwing it down.
Pass to connect to win the cold spell. And again, the Lakers, no good. Well, the defenders stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw is off from Garland.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Now Allen. Over Hayes. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
James, that's good.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
And Mitchell with the slam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Allen, right side. The kick to Hunter. Doncic pulls down the board.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside Hunter. The Lakers with a rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
Here's Allen. Tries again. And it's Allen who slams it home.
How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Doncic, a screen on Hunter. For 3, James. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
I'm not not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 16-5 run. Hunter, a screen on James. Outside Hunter. There's the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Doncic has got 5 rebounds in the game. James goes in and slam dunk by James.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
And here's Hunter for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Cleveland up 15 points as this quarter concludes. We hear. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Clock at 6. Allen with a screen on James. Here's Mitchell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Screen by James. Oh, Doncic! What do you expect?
I don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka gonna cook you.
James against Mitchell. Puts the move on. Pass to Allen. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For 3, James. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Hunter the screen. And it's Okoro penetrating. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Here's Doncic. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Mitchell against James. Now Mitchell. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Six on the shot clock.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
This James on the wing. And he jams it down right on top of Jared Allen.
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
Hunter passes to Mitchell. Back to Hunter. Allen with it. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Allen outside. Mobley, a screen on Hayes. Allen, the pass to Mobley. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Yeah, all game long, they had great energy, leading to ample second chance opportunities, and they converted.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Lynn's checked in for Hayes. From deep, Mitchell drops in the 3. And the Cavaliers lead by 16.
Intelligent decision by Mitchell, using the pick and roll to break up the defense and get open.
Here's Doncic. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Outside Mitchell. No good on the triple. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That'll be a second foul of the game. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
James with a steal. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got rebound number 7 tonight. And here's Hunter from the arc. Doncic pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jared Allen.
Oh, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And it's a Okoro penetrating. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Outside Hunter. From deep, Mobley. Rebound by the Lakers. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes
The seeds have been planted in the offseason, Kevin. What's about to bloom for these franchises as the year goes on? I mean, lots of movement around the league, but it's about the growth of your favorite team and watching these storylines play out as teams march towards the playoffs. A long ways away, but tonight's where it starts.
So the New York starting five, they've got Hart. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bridges in at the point.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
And here is Bridges. Following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Hits it from three-point range.
3 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Mitchell. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Mobley the pass to Mitchell. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
They get the rebound. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
That's a great finish from J.A. A high percentage look inside from a very high percentage shooter.
Robinson a screen on Mitchell. Bridges passes to Robinson. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Mitchell against Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Now here's Towns from deep. Sinks the triple.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Anunoby. Mobley a screen on Anunoby. 5 to shoot. Mitchell passes to Hunter. Count it.
Good move for Hunter to get to the inside, and he just navigated the defense well.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. You can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Nice roll from Hunter. Good feel on that one.
Anunoby. A kick out to Towns. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Here's Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now, here's Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. Mitchell comes up with the rebound. Cavaliers trailing. To the inside. And it's Allen with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Bridges for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mitchell outside. Allen a screen on Bridges. Mitchell passes to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Well, the defense has got to bring a little bit more. Hitting Allen like that is not going to prevent him from scoring.
Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Takes it inside. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jared Allen, and he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw off from Anunoby. The three, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Jared Allen has been on display for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
The coaching staff likes this. Mitchell Robinson down there and drawing fouls.
And Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Now, here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Shoots the three. Robinson pulls it in.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. Now, here's Mitchell. Stolen by Anunoby. New York moving the ball around, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Josh Hart.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him, and a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league? Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Now, here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Kept alive. Goes back up. And Cleveland with another turnover here. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Second, the Knicks.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Towns sets the pick for Bridges. The kick out to Towns. Knocks down the 3-ball. And now a 3-point Knicks lead.
And how about the confidence right there? Towns feeling like he can shoot whenever and wherever he wants.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Now let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jared Allen. He's coming off an excellent season, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Now, here's Okoro. Still scoreless. Here's Mitchell, drives to the hoop, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 3, and it's Hart penetrating. Bridges, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the paint, here's Robinson. The kick out to Anunoby. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson, that's good.
Robinson assertive now on offense, looking to score.
Here's Hunter. Pass to Allen. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The drop. Oh!
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
The Knicks leading by 5. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. To the left side wing. Fires the 3. Outside, Towns. And stolen by Mobley. Mitchell against Anunoby. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Pass to Okoro. And he drives in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, he's not going to lay back. Okoro is coming right at you.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Anunoby passes to Towns. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. New York ahead. They lead by 1. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The center court. And get ready.
Fellas, you gotta love watching teams go at it like this.
Love seeing it, Ernie. It's fun to see these teams, the fans, and us in the studio.
Yeah, it makes me want to get there and play again. You guys good if I go suit up for the second?
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
You can't win playing passive at the...
Thank you for being with us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. They've got Precious Achiuwa, Jalen Brunson out there with Wright. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Beauchamp in at the 3. Garland against Brunson. Outside Garland. There's the 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Garland's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 1. Hands it from downtown.
Solid response from Brunson. I love how competitive this guy is.
Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
And there's the call on Javonte Green. That's his first foul. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Pass to right, lets it go from 11, misses off the left iron. The Cavaliers trail by 4. The drive by Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Brunson. The kick out to right. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Brunson. Crafty move. The close range shot is good from Brunson.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Garland surveying the D. That's tipped. Brunson with it. Now Green defending. Here's Beauchamp. And the 3 ball is good. Beauchamp's got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Wade outside. And here they come. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Knicks leading by 8. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Count that bucket.
And this is the resiliency you'll get from Achua when he's this close to the basket. He can handle that contact.
Outside Garland. Pass to Strus. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Strus has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The kick out to right. Back to Brunson. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New York.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
Wade passes to Garland. Wade, a screen on right. 5 on the clock. Garland, no good. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Down low, Tucker. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Tucker's got his first 2 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Driving inside.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Plenty of space. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Assist goes to
Achua's got his second basket of the night.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something at halftime going.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room.
keep the ball moving. Quick decisions.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And he comes up with the deuce.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Bridges, right side. And it's Hart penetrating. Up and in on the layup. Hart's got the lead, back up to 10 now for New York.
A reminder to the defense, Hart will drive if you give him that kind of room.
Hunter against Bridges. Hunter, the pass to Allen. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Driving the lane. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And you got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Nifty move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
Mobley taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Mobley. The Knicks leading by 6. Anunoby outside. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Launches a 3, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Anunoby.
And how about the game from Towns? With a combination of that height and shooting, probably unmatched in the NBA.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Takes the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Anunoby. And the 3 off target. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The Cavaliers again can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Mitchell outside. For the 3. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
And here is Bridges. Outside, Towns. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. 4 on the shot clock. Inside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Okoro. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
And this is the time in the game when you want to go to your stars. Mitchell delivering.
Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Anunoby with it. He's picked up by Mobley. And there it is for him. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hunter, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Anunoby against Mitchell. Anunoby passes to Towns. 5 to shoot. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not stopping on his way in, Hart going through the defense.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
To the inside. Stolen by Allen. And here we go. Mobley heading to the hoop. Shoots over Anunoby. It's in. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Towns Jones down low. Covered by Mitchell.
Robinson's not going to waste that chance. The big man with a high percentage shot.
No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mitchell driving in. Count!
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Now Mitchell. For the win. So a close game sees New York take this one.
The end of the game.
This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really, and